Hi everybody, it's September 6th, 2025. Um, Many of us that have become used to thinking at least moderately methodically about our lives, we usually require permission, not permission, but a reasoning behind the actions that we set forth and try to take. We want a reasoning, we want a definition, we want meaning and direction behind what we do and what we initiate in our lives. And many times you will find that you will shoot down tens or dozens of reasons to start or to handle something because they don't seem right, or you feel like it's not feasible during your current condition. Or maybe nothing, you just can't think of anything because you're too distracted and you feel like maybe you are wrong or your judgment is off, so you don't even trust yourself. And there are ways to get over that, but that's just the reality of life. Once you get to a certain point, you realize that just initiating a step blindly to get the ball rolling handles most of those problems probably about 97% of the time. And initiating, igniting or giving ignition to different sorts of spiritual energy sources, you could do this by first, I would say, to remember, to ignite a spiritual energy source. Remember the last time something like the situation you were in happened. And you could start from either a negative perspective or a positive. And for the positive perspective, I would say, if you remember what you went through last time with this challenge that was very similar or similar enough, and how it made you feel and where it left you after it was done, sometimes bold counterpoint of the opposite spectrum of that negative event, if you initiate the opposite action of that negative action in a positive way, let's say something was stolen from you, if you want to start a new endeavor and it requires a first step, or if you want to ignite an energy source to get you through it, if somebody stole something from you or you lost something, maybe you start this new energy source by giving something. And this giving will make you feel righteous and it will make you feel justified. It may not mean everything, but it'll mean enough to give you an energy source to continue to carry forward, and it will be better on a positive note. Now, going the other way, maybe you realize you had an easy childhood, as I remember sometimes, and you remember how everything was handed to you. So if you want to start off in a negative aspect, but not inherently negative, just superficially negative, maybe limit yourself and give yourself a harder challenge to ignite an energy source that gives you more motivation and gives you more independence, or gives you more agency over your own destiny without relying upon the fallbacks that you had when you had it easier when you were younger. So initiating different energy sources, you could get creative. So some of us require planning. So if you find it hard to get started with something and you need energy, you could throw yourself completely into the planning. Make systems that you never created before. Create indexes of your thoughts. Create indexes of your dreams, and plan it out meticulously, and then start from there. Or some of us thrive off improvising, and so give ignition to that energy source. You throw all caution to the wind and just dive in and take the hits as they come, but you keep on progressing and you keep on creating. So energy sources of the spirit are all around. You just have to learn how to converse with yourself. You have to learn how to feel yourself and what your needs and wants are at that moment. And you will find the energy from your spirit will sustain you long enough until you need to reignite it, or you need rest, or whatever it may be. And to think of other ways to ignite spiritual energy sources, I would say pay attention to how your character is developing. If you find yourself relying on praise or motivation from others, try to disregard them, not rudely, but politely accept them, but politely ignore them, and try to gain your own respect, gain your own congratulations and your own motivation to go forward, so that that part of your character will be complete. And if you feel like you are in subterranean area in respect to your true potential, or what you perceive as your true potential, give yourself the confidence by proving to yourself little by little that you can do this, and you keep on proving to yourself by little steps that you can do this until you're at a baseline where you feel competent and confident enough to create and to manage your life and live your life in a more pleasing way. So this is just a primer to say. It could get very deep, but as you all know, you all have your own personalities and your own quirks and your own systems that you interpret life through. But this is just like a basic, analogy or guide to ignite, give ignition to spiritual sources of energy. So I hope this helps. Thanks.